Hallows Eve. In Ireland, the ancient Celts believed that the border between the world and the other world became thin on Hallows Eve, allowing spirits, both harmful and harmless, to pass through. The family's dead ancestors were honored and invited home, while harmful spirits were warded off. It is believed that the need to ward off harmful spirits led to the wearing of costumes and masks. Their purpose was to disguise oneself as a harmful spirit and thus avoid harm. Please welcome Toastmaster Amanda Hart as she shares with us her speech titled, Death, the Great Disguise.
John, Kellen, Gallagher, a 14-year-old, red-headed Irish boy, also known as John Boy. Not a celebrity, no one famous, but somebody famously worth celebrating this Halloween. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Last week, I prepared a speech which I will not present to you tonight. Instead, my life took a tragic turn of events. Last Saturday night, October 24th, 3 days ago, a young boy was riding his bicycle on Federal Highway in Deerfield Beach and was killed by a driver. That young boy is John Boy. You may remember his father, my friend and neighbor, Sean Gallagher. He was a guest of mine here at Toastmasters. Present for my icebreaker speech, he sat in the back corner of the room, a red-headed 42-year-old Irishman. Death hides its true self. It seems like the end-all, but it's not. Death cannot take away the love that I have for other people. It can, no matter how hard it tries, it cannot remove the memories that I have of John Boy while he was living. I have many memories. Many times he would ask me to play video games with him, but I was too busy. I only wish now that I had taken the time to play with him more often. John Boy loves to play surprise. One time, he hid so that he could surprise my boyfriend. And he was so eagerly anxious about the moment he was going to leave out when my boyfriend secretly snuck up on him and said, "Woo!" And John Boy, "Ah!" He screamed like a girl. And we laughed a long time about that. John Boy taught me to play in life. John Boy was always interested in cooking and food preparation. He would always ask questions and want to help. I was surprised that a young boy would eat sushi and Indian cuisine. John Boy taught me to be open and try new things. He was a smart kid too. I remember one time he came home from school and he quizzed all of us, saying, "What's the difference between mass and weight?" He understood a basic concept of physics. John Boy taught me that even though I'm older, doesn't mean I know anymore. I remember this time where we all went to see an Irish speaker, an old lady from Ireland, told stories, ancient stories about her country. I was amazed and impressed that John Boy not only sat through a whole evening of mythology, but he was actually interested. John Boy taught me that I can always learn something new, to be patient and to be respectful at no matter what age. Of all the lessons I learned from John Boy, the most important one is this: that life is not so much about me, it's about the time that I spend with other people. Death hides its true identity. It's about living. When I realize that I'm going to die, ironically, I start to live. That is the disguise. Through death, I learn how to live. So many times in life, small distractions take me away from what's really important with other people. I make mountains out of molehills. The gift of life, so precious and fragile, I take for granted. Life is short. I could stop wasting time with meaningless pursuits and focus on the moments that it takes to live. This Saturday night, I'm going to celebrate the Irish tradition of Hallows Eve. I welcome the spirit of John Boy into my home. May the spirit of John Boy bless us with appreciation for the time we have together.